Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to talk about Google AdWords and how you can use it to make $1,000 a day or more in affiliate marketing using it. So, this is such an interesting topic because it's not easy to do advertising for affiliate products on Google AdWords, and especially the search ad. Like if you're doing it for YouTube, it's much easier to get approved, but if you're doing PPC on search results, search engine ads, that's a little bit more complicated. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to explain how I do it and how you can do the same thing, because it's not that hard. A lot of people say that Google hates affiliate marketing, but they don't really hate it. You just have to be really careful in the way you present the information to people, and what I think is that it's actually a good thing that the way they do this, because it prevents a lot of spam. You don't want that. Also, it's just good for everyone else who's doing advertising. Also, the thing is, it's better to promote an affiliate product, to sell an affiliate product this way, the way they urge you to actually do it. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to talk about the rules, and then I'm going to explain how I run my ads for search ads. In this case, I'm not talking about YouTube ads, because it's a little bit different. It's much easier to get approved for YouTube ads. In this case, I'm just going to talk about search ads, okay? So PPC. So if you're new to this, if you're new to my YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe. I make videos every single day about these things. Paid advertising. I'm starting to talk a lot more about paid advertising. So if you're into these things, make sure to subscribe. And also, if you're brand new in affiliate marketing or online business, make sure to subscribe. We talk about all these cool things. I make a video every single day talking about these things. So make sure to subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this video. So let's talk about rules before I start drawing things here, okay? So the first rule, which is the most important rule, is the bridge page policy, meaning that you cannot just send people from ads, Google ads, to a page that promotes an affiliate product. That's very important. And the thing is, Google is becoming smarter. So what they're doing is that even if you have a landing page, if you're sending people to a landing page, and after they sign up to the landing page, they go to the affiliate product, they have these bots that signs up to your landing page automatically. That they're becoming really smart. So so you can't really trick Google like that. And bridge page policy is a good thing. I strongly think that's a good thing, because the whole strategy really doesn't work. So what is bridge page, in case if you don't know? So what people do most of the times when they run ads, that they run ads from search engines to a page that just promotes a page, like to a website that promotes a product. For example, it's like an article, and there are links to the affiliate product in that article. Now that works. No, it doesn't always work, but especially on Google, it's really hard to get advertised products like that. So you don't want to go that way. So and that's I've talked about that before. That's a good strategy for CPA marketing, and the best traffic source for that kind of advertising is display ads. I'm going to talk about display ads a little bit too, but yeah. So you don't want to do bridge page. That's really important. Okay. Next one is claims. Affiliate marketing is all about claims. If you want to promote a product and you believe that the product is good, it's going to help people to solve a problem and solve an issue, you want to claim it. Now, most of the times, the claims that affiliates make are coming from the affiliate page itself, the vendor, the product owner. But one thing you want to do is you want to make sure you don't make any crazy claims. That's very important, and that's the second biggest reason that people, your ads don't get approved on Google. So you don't want to basically just claim, like you don't want to say, hey, this product is going to help you to lose 20 pounds in a week or something like that. You want to be really careful. So for example, a good way of saying it, like if you want to say, hey, this product is going to help you lose this many pounds, you can say, learn how this interesting diet can help you to get healthier and possibly lose weight. Now, possibly is very important, okay? Or might. So you want to be careful with how you use those words in there. So that's very important, okay? And then misleading content is another thing. So it's really simple, and it's crazy how Google really how much actually Google cares about this thing. Misleading content is really important. For example, if your ad says ABC something and then they land on your page and your page says FAB, something like that, that's misleading. Or for example, if your ad says $20,000 every single day and your page says $50,000 a day, something like that, that's misleading. So you have to be really careful with the words, and that's a good thing because when you use the same wording on the ad and the landing page, it actually improves the conversions. I've talked about that before on my YouTube channel. That's a very effective thing, and that's really important. You don't want to be misleading. And the last thing, which is the simplest one to implement, is a disclaimer. It's not that hard to just put a disclaimer at the end of at the end of your page. It doesn't have to be huge. You can just make it small, and that's pretty much. If you do all these things that I just talked about, you're gonna get approved on Google easily. All right, so that's like 99% of the work that you have to do, and you got to build your campaigns around it. Now, in this case, because we're talking about search ads, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain how I do it. So now, doing search ads or PPC on Google, Bing is different. I have a lot of videos about Bing, by the way. Bing is much easier, but Google is a little bit harder. So what you want to do is, one of the requirements on Google is that your website, the landing page, has to be a website. It cannot be a landing page. That's the important thing. So let's say you have a landing page. Your landing page should look like a website. Now here's how I do it. So for example, let's say this is my landing page, okay? Let's call it LP. So what I do, like, this is the headline, this is the bars, like this is the button. So they put their name and email, and then they sign in, right? So that's the landing page. Sorry, it's super ugly. But so what I do to make it look like a website is really simple. You can add some menus up here. So you can add home, about, contact, and there's one thing I add which is really, really powerful, and it helps you to get better conversions at the same time, easily get approved on Google, is adding a blog section. So you add a blog section and you send people to a blog. This has to be on your own website, okay? And before I set up these whole pages, these landing pages, I just published 2 blog posts on the website. Okay, so, and what I do is at the end of the page, I show the blog. So I have this section called latest content from my blog or something like that. Just publish a couple of blog posts, useful blog posts, okay? And this just helps you to get people in your website and just create a circle, right? So you just engage people more with your content. And this actually looks like a real website because it is a real website. So this way, again, you don't have to have a massive blog, just a simple blog. And showing these blog posts and showing this menu at the top, it just tells Google that, okay, your website is not the landing page. You actually have a website. And when you have this landing page in the middle, everything's perfect, right? So this way you get approved easily on Google. Now, how I do this ad, now what do I do after? And one of the things that if you're a subscriber on my YouTube channel, one of the things that I love to do is retargeting, because it's just super powerful. It's just showing your ads to people who have already engaged with you. Maybe they have visited your website, watched your videos before. So it's super powerful. They engage much better with your content, and also the thing is you pay less for it. So this is what I do. So this is the advertising. Okay, so this is the advertising, and then what I do is after, let's say they put their name and email and they go to the pre-sale page. Now this is the pre-sale page. This is where you start selling your product or whatever your affiliate product is. Now this is where you have to be really careful. If you remember, I talked about that. I mentioned that Google actually sometimes their bots go through the landing pages, so there's a chance that they're going to be able to see your pre-sale page. So you have to be really careful on that one too. You don't want to make any crazy claims. Again, same thing, disclaimers, all that stuff. So you can use this almost the same headline, and then I usually have a video. Video is the most important thing if you want to sell anything. So it's absolutely powerful. Use a video, and then you can use more content and have a button almost in the middle of it. You don't want to kind of be obvious, especially to Google, because if you have a good product, sell it as however you want, but Google is a little bit different. So you don't want to put a button under the video. I usually try to avoid this. So have it like in the middle of the content. So this way you actually have a page that is providing value. That's very important. So this is how I do it. And another thing, again, I'm just going to bring in the retargeting part. This is the important thing. So what I do is, because you're doing search ad, you're getting people to visit your page, you can do retargeting and do a lot of cool and creative stuff. So for example, one thing you can do is you can retarget, do display advertising. So you create an audience inside Google AdWords. I'm gonna actually talk more about that in next video, but you can create an audience inside Google AdWords and just target people who visited this page and show them another pre-sale. Maybe if they didn't buy this, if they didn't buy your product on this page, you can just show them another pre-sale page. You know, it just gives you more opportunity, more chance to target people, right? Or maybe they landed on this page, but they didn't opt in. They didn't opt into your list. So you can just do display ads and do retargeting. And like in my case, usually in my business, most of the times like I use display ads for retargeting. I don't, rarely I use display ads to just target people vaguely, you know, in different websites and stuff like that. But mostly, like 99% of the times, I use display ads to retarget people who have already engaged with my content on my sites, on my YouTube channels, different channels, and all that stuff. So I just do retargeting, and super cheap to do display ads, and it's easy to get approved because you're doing retargeting. And that, another thing is that when you do retargeting, it's easier to get approved for it because it's already your audience, right? It's the audience that have already engaged with you, so the rules are a little bit looser on retargeting ads. So that's why it's, you know, just everything just makes sense. So I hope this was helpful, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. In next video, I'm going to actually take you to my computer and talk more about this, because in this one just kind of drew and explained the whole strategy behind it. But what I'm going to do in the next video is I'm going to actually take you to my computer, show you examples, and explain how I do this. So if you're not a subscriber, make sure to subscribe. And also, if you want to learn more about all these things and you want to see me actually building these things in action, I have the Gold Masterclass training. So I'm going to leave a link in the description, or if you're watching this from a Versity website, click the button under this video. That's going to take you to the Gold Masterclass. That's where you learn all these things in detail. Because the thing with affiliate marketing and making money online is that there's not only one strategy. You know, there are multiple strategies, and your strategies has to change based on the product you promote. So it's important to figure out what strategy you have to use for the product and how to actually implement it and learn that strategy. So that's what you're going to learn inside Gold Masterclass, and you're going to see me actually building these websites, and you know, you're going to see me actually doing it in front of you. So it's all in action, and you're going to see it in action and learn it by seeing me doing it. So it's pretty powerful. It's super detailed. You should definitely check it out. I'm going to leave a link in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a comment if you have any questions. Like this video, share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one.